Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. Okay, we're starting off with Five of Pentacles. I'm also seeing Ten of Swords and the Magician. There could have been like a lot of fear leading up to the close of something. Five of Pentacles can be just going through something that feels like a challenging time or a challenging situation. And you could be like looking in the direction of, Ten of Swords can be like something that you're worried about or like an outcome that you're thinking about, but like it may not be like, it may be something that you're thinking about and looking into and you don't feel good looking at it. Like Five of Pentacles is usually like not having a great time looking at this thing. So this can be something that you know is to come or something that you think is to come, or it can be something that you're worried about is going to happen, like those types of things. And then also too, we have the Magician here. So it feels like this is a reminder that whatever this is that you're currently facing right now that may be feeling challenging, that you're working through, definitely has a mental side to this. Magician is a reminder that you have what you need to work this situation, and to trust that and to trust yourself as well. Maybe taking inventory. I'm seeing the Magician, and I'm also seeing Judgment here too. So this is like, what is my intention? Like, again, checking in inventory. It's like, what do I have? What is my intention? What am I trying to do? What is like the main vision of this? What are the steps I need to take? Like, how do I move through it? It can be like planning that's involved, but it's more than anything really like understanding your psyche moving through this. And like how you're thinking, and also about like the thoughts that you are grasping onto and what's becoming real. I'm looking at Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is something that may feel, some of you could be feeling like emotionally alone, having Five of Pentacles be connected with Queen of Cups. So maybe you feel down bad in some way, or just struggling emotionally with something. This can mean like with your feelings you're struggling, so it can be like intuitively you're struggling, or emotionally you're struggling, or creatively you're struggling, or just you're dealing with something that's feeling difficult. Like emotionally, this isn't the type of situation, or like feeling wise, this isn't the most ideal situation. It's like one of those times where you're kind of being put into territory that you probably don't prefer to be in with the Five of Pentacles. Like this doesn't feel very comfortable. It's one of those moments. I'm seeing Nine of Cups come out, and I'm also seeing Justice too. And having Justice be connected with the Magician, it's like, what is the best way for me to move through this that feels like really aligned with with how I feel like is the right way to move through this. Having Judgment feels like needing to actually think about that, to reflect on that, to figure out what that means for you. Because this may mean too that there's a certain way that you're going to feel best about moving through this, and then there can be another way that you wouldn't feel that way about moving through this. And then Judgment is like making the decision after sort of reflecting to do it in a way that you feel like most aligns with your values. Some of you, this has to do with a relationship. This can also be like going about the right way, getting what you want by going about it in the right way. Because there is something that's on your mind here. Having Queen of Cups and having Nine of Cups, this is like, what do you want? What are you wishing for? What are you hoping for? And then Justice is going about it in the right way, in a way that you feel good about, where you're like, I really like the way that I showed up. I feel like I represented myself in a light that I want to be seen in. It's like that type of thing. So it means that you're achieving what you're setting out to achieve by doing it in a way where you feel like it's the right way to do it. And intuitively, that's, I guess, what's going to give you the directions for how. Some situation could have left you stranded for some of you, I'm hearing. Maybe you feel isolated in some way. I'm seeing 5 of Cups come out. So this can feel like something wasn't done the right way. You could also feel like there's an energy that like needs to make up for an imbalance, or something that had happened. This can also be dealing with the like repercussions of something as well. Having justice come out is like, if anything is like not grounded, or it's, the way that I see justice sometimes is kind of like the opposite of like a Neptunian energy, where Neptune can be like running away from things or having our heads in the clouds in a way where like we're not actually seeing what's going on, or it can be like about a fantasy that we have, or like I want it to be this way so I'm going to say that but then not actually like showing up. Like it can be those sorts of things where justice can be about like repercussions, but only because something is out of balance. So justice is like bringing things back into balance. So because of that, it can be like, this is the reality of this situation, or this is how we make this right, or this is how we take all of those things that aren't in the right places and put them where they need to be. And it looks like the after effect of that is 5 of Cups. So there could have been something going on, and then justice comes through, which is also like aligned with the truth as well. And bringing us back into reality, and also the way that things are impacting one another, and also to the relationship that they have with one another. Having 5 of Cups can be like, that's not the outcome that I wanted. But having justice here is like, this is the right way. Like, this is the right outcome. Like, this is how it's meant to be. This is how it's supposed to be. So you can be sure of that with justice here. But then having 5 of Cups can be like, but I wish that wasn't so. Like that type of thing. Having Judgment and having the 5 of Cups is like looking into, like, why was I disappointed? Like, how did that happen? Why were my expectations what they were? Because justice is also something where it's like, when you have expectations that are not aligned with reality, justice is going to come through and be like, this is what it is, so like take a good look. And sometimes it can feel like a harsh energy. However, it's keeping us in a way where mentally and emotionally there's a sense of balance there, rather than like going off in a way where that's not actually what's happening, or emotionally being like, I want this, but then that's not actually what's going on within a situation, or it's not like it's not what's being reflected. So it can be these like off basis things that we have, these expectations or these desires within situations. Justice comes through and is like, well, this is the truth of how things actually are. And then 5 of Cups can be like sort of the over or underestimation of that, and then us dealing with that difference. So I'm seeing something along the lines of that is happening here. Having 5 of Pentacles, you may be like, this is really difficult for me. Like, I'm really struggling, and I didn't want to believe it, but now I'm sort of forced to face this situation for what it is. And it seems to like 5 of Pentacles means there's going to be a potentially like physical or situational change. And then also having that be linked to 5 of Cups, because we have 2 5s here, it means there's also going to be like rolling over into an emotional change as well. So something physically taking place that's leading to change, that then is also going to impact something emotionally that's going to change, because there's conflict that's being worked out. And that means that there's also growing, and also too, it can feel uncomfortable moving through that as well. You could have felt like there was something that you wanted. Having Five of Pentacles and having Nine of Cups can be like, this is impossible, or like, there's this thing that I really want, but I don't have that thing. It can be like that. Like, I really, really think that I want this, and also at the same time, like, I'm longing for it. It can be that type of thing. Having the Magician is then like trying to sort of make that happen, but then Five of Cups can be like really disappointed with the results of it. So it feels like a whole roller coaster where you're like, I'm in this spot where I'm feeling poorly in some way. Five of Pentacles can also be like a poverty mindset or a self-limiting like narrative or limiting belief system, where it's like, I'm looking at this thing and I feel like I don't deserve it, or that I can't obtain it, or that it's not mine, like those types of things. And Nine of Cups is like that thing that you're looking at, that you're like, I value that on an intrinsic level, and that's what I want. Magician is sort of like setting up the narrative for like how one makes that happen, but again, coming back to this Five of Cups is like then not getting the outcome that one expected. I'm seeing Queen of Cups here, so this is like an emotional, something emotionally that's going on for you. I'm seeing Ten of Swords and I'm seeing Justice, which means that there could have been like a painful like termination of something, or like a painful situation that sort of came to a head. And Justice is about figuring out like, now what is the right way to like go about this in response to what has taken place. And Judgment is about taking the time to actually figure that out. And it seems like how you're going to do that is getting to the bottom of why were your expectations what they were versus what actually took place. And that is how you're going to figure this out for yourself. I'm seeing Knight of Cups, and I'm also seeing Ace of Wands. There could have been something about... Knight of Cups can be like expressing feelings, expressing thoughts, expressing what one is. It can be like anything emotionally that's being expressed. And Ace of Wands has to do with like wanting to open a door, an opportunity. I'm also seeing Ace of Pentacles. So somebody could have expressed something about like a new chapter, or about like an opportunity, or wanting to do something, or this could have been you having feelings about a potential opportunity and wanting that to be part of like a new chapter. For some of you, again, like I am seeing this be tied to Four of Wands. So this can have to do with like any type of like establishment. It can have to do with a relationship. Yeah, I'm seeing the Lovers when I open up. Yeah, it can be an interpersonal relationship, something like that. Some of you too, there could have been something about, I'm seeing Three of Cups and I'm seeing the Star, something about hanging out or getting together or connecting or socializing or an event, if I didn't say that already. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.